Studying one subject is hard enough, but when you've got 5, 6, or even more subjects to juggle, it can feel impossible. You sit down to study math, but halfway through, you remember there's a history exam tomorrow. Then you panic because you haven't even touched your science notes. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. Mastering multiple subjects doesn't have to be overwhelming. In fact, with the right strategies, you can study many subjects at once and still ace them all. How? That's what this video is all about. I'm going to show you why most students struggle with multiple subjects, the science-backed methods to balance them effectively, real-life examples and practical tips you can start using today. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear game plan to crush your studies without losing your mind. Let's get started. First, let's talk about why studying so many subjects feels so hard. Reason number 1. Your brain isn't designed for chaos. Your brain loves structure and focus. But when you're switching between math, English, science, and history, your brain struggles to keep up. It's like trying to watch 4 Netflix shows at the same time. You don't fully enjoy any of them, and you're left confused. In psychology, this is called task switching, and it's super inefficient. Research shows that switching between tasks can reduce productivity by up to 40%. So if you're jumping from subject to subject without a plan, you're setting yourself up for failure. Reason number 2. You're using the wrong study methods. Let's be real. Most of us were never taught how to study effectively. Instead, we cram everything the night before. Try to memorize without understanding. Spend hours rereading notes, thinking we're being productive. But according to a 2013 study in the journal Psychological Science in the Public Interest, these are some of the least effective study methods. Reason number 3. You're overwhelmed by time pressure. When you've got multiple deadlines, assignments, exams, projects, it's easy to feel like there's not enough time. And when you're overwhelmed, your brain goes into survival mode. Instead of focusing, you procrastinate or waste time on things that don't matter. Sound familiar? Don't worry, I've been there too. But now let's talk about how to fix it. All right, now that we know the problem, let's dive into the solutions. Here's how you can study multiple subjects and still ace them all. Use time blocking to organize your day. One of the biggest mistakes students make is trying to study all their subjects in random chunks. Instead, use time blocking. Assign specific blocks of time to each subject. Stick to your schedule like it's a meeting you can't miss. Example, let's say you have 3 hours to study tonight. Here's how you can time block. 30 minutes for science, 30 minutes for history, 10-minute break, 30 minutes physics, 40 minutes for math, 40 minutes for English. Why does this work? Because your brain knows exactly what to focus on and for how long. Plus, the variety keeps things interesting. Prioritize based on urgency and importance. Not all subjects are created equal. Some need more attention than others. Use the Eisenhower matrix to prioritize. Subjects with upcoming exams or deadlines are high priority. Subjects you're already strong in can take a back seat for now. Example, if your history exam is tomorrow and your math test is next week, focus most of your energy on history today. Once that's done, shift your focus to math. Rotate subjects to keep your brain fresh. Studying one subject for hours can lead to burnout. Instead, use the interleaving technique. Study related but different subjects back to back. For example, after 30 minutes of math, switch to English. Mixing up topics during practice improves long-term retention compared to studying one topic for a long time. Use active recall and spaced repetition. If you only take away one thing from this video, let it be this. Active recall and spaced repetition are the ultimate study hacks. Active recall. Test yourself on the material instead of just rereading it. Use flashcards, practice questions, or even teach the material to someone else. Spaced repetition. Review each subject at intervals over time. For example, study math today. Review it briefly tomorrow, then again in 3 days, and so on. Use apps like Anki or Quizlet to automate spaced repetition. Create study rituals to build momentum. Studying multiple subjects requires discipline, so make it easier by creating rituals. Start every study session with the same routine, clear your desk, set a timer, and review your goals. End each session by writing down what you'll focus on next time. I know a student who lights a specific candle every time she studies. It sounds simple, but it works. Her brain associates the candle with focus mode. Find your own ritual. Now that we've covered the strategies, let's shift gears. You can't just rely on techniques. You need the right mindset to handle studying multiple subjects without feeling like your brain is about to explode. Here are 3 mindset hacks that will keep you motivated, focused, and in control. 1. Stop chasing perfection. Aim for progress. Here's a hard truth. Trying to be perfect at everything is the fastest way to burn out. You're not a robot, and you don't need to master every subject overnight. Instead, focus on progress, not perfection. Example, let's say you're struggling with math. Instead of trying to solve every problem in the textbook, aim to improve just 1% each day. Solve one more problem than you did yesterday. Over time, those tiny improvements add up to massive results. 2. Build a strong why for every subject. If you don't know why you're studying a subject, it's going to feel pointless. So, connect each subject to your bigger goals or interests. Here's how to do it. For science, think about how it explains the world around you. For history, see it as a way to understand human behavior and decision-making. For math, think about how it can help you solve real-world problems, like budgeting or building things. When you link every subject to a personal goal or value, you'll naturally feel more motivated to study. 3. Treat studying like a workout for your brain. Think about it. When you go to the gym, you don't complain about lifting weights because you know it's building strength. Studying works the same way. It's how you build mental discipline and grow your ability to think critically. Instead of saying, I have to study, say, I get to study. You're building skills that will help you in the future. You're training your brain to handle challenges. Thank you for watching this video. If you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.